Hello everyone, and welcome all to the tutorial for the NEREUS Feasibility Model. In the NEREUS project, for 4 years, we researched and demonstrated on 5 locations how to recover energy, water and nutrients from urban sanitation and how we can repurpose them. With the inputs of the demo sites, we developed a tool to give a first high-level assessment of how financially feasible a case is. Introducing this model, we aim to make resource recovery and reuse more accessible and to boost sustainable innovation. With this tool, the user can assess whether the business case is feasible, what drives the business case, and what needs to be optimized to achieve a profitable outcome. In this tutorial, we'll walk you through the feasibility model. Let's show you how to use the tool. When opening the tool, we notice several sheets. While the user is free to discover all sheets in order to better understand the calculations, the only sheets you will need are the Cockpit and the FinStat sheet. Note that the tab Manual has also been included for further reference on how to use the model. The Cockpit is the core of the model. It groups the main inputs and outputs. The first important guideline here is that you should only make changes to yellow cells for the model to work properly. On top of the sheet, you can enter general project information. You can now define up to 3 processes based on the type of streams you select. Choose an influent stream such as grey water in the first process and an effluent type such as process water. You will see on the right that the suggested values will appear in grey. These are suggestions from the grey database sheets, which you can populate to help in future projects. For each active process, you can define the related investments, revenues, and operational expenses. After, there's a possibility to enter non-process specific inputs if relevant. And finally, you can define how the project will be funded with the possibility to enter equity, debts, and capital grounds. Once you've filled out all the cells, the calculation button on top will most likely turn red. Simply click it to make it green. Now you can assess the outputs of the business case. The model automatically flags any errors in the top right corner. If there are any, go to the checks sheet to evaluate the problem and adapt your inputs accordingly. You can now evaluate the outputs in the Cockpit and the financial statements in the FinStat sheet. Now you know how to work the model. Let's see what the tool teaches us about this business case. Let's say my name is Robin and I'm a forward-thinking real estate developer planning to develop a new and innovative city neighborhood. My new development will consist of 400 residential units, which will fit about 1,200 people and have a small area for agriculture. Robin wants to make an effort to have future-proof, efficient and circular water management in her new project. First of all, she wishes to test whether the grey water from the showers, sinks and washing machines in the units can be recovered, treated and reused as process water. The heat from that grey water will also be recovered before reusing the treated water to flush the toilets. Robin would also like to know the financial impact of recovering nutrients from the black water flushed down the toilets. After nutrient recovery, the black water is discharged into the sewer as normal. Our developer has just received feedback from her technical advisor, with whom she has populated the model. Let's have a look. Reviewing the Cockpit, we see Robin has filled out the general project information, such as the construction term and the project life. She then defined the 2 processes to test for, from grey water to process water and from black water to discharge, for which the effluent is left blank in the model. The other related volumes, such as generated waste and heat, have also been entered. Scrolling further down, we see the related CapEx, revenues, and operational expenses for each process. There are no non-process specific inputs, so these are left blank. Finally, she defined a financing structure for the project consisting of a combination of capital grants, equity, and debt. After inputting all these numbers, she pressed the Calculate button, which is green, and noticed no errors. In closure, let's turn to some key results. On the top right, we see the business case has a pre-tax project return of 7.69%. Moving down to the overview of the income statement, we see that Process 2 is only generating 27,000 euros of revenues while costing over 430,000 euros in operating expenses throughout its lifetime. Based on these results, Robin feels that Process 2 is interfering with the business case and would like to crunch the numbers without it. She therefore switches off Process 2 in the cockpit. She notes the Calculate button has turned red, so she clicks it again to re-optimize the model. She now sees the pre-tax project return has jumped to 20.89%, confirming that Process 2 is severely harming the business case. We hope this brief tutorial gave you an overview of how to use the NEREUS Feasibility Tool and hope it serves as a first step in realizing your future sustainable innovation projects.